Hello everyone, we're on week 12 now, and what a shit show last week was. Rams lost, Cowboys lost badly.
But the Ravens won.
And we saw the Bills coach do one of the stupidest things that has ever been done in sports history in benching his quarterback.
Justin was waiting
and
all
then
week to
losing
say
a game
that.
badly as well. But that's last week, and now we're on to this week. And what are the spreads for this week?
Well, first, I won't bore you with the numbers, frankly, because I don't have them in front of me, but the standings remain the same. Gerald's in first, myself is in second, and Justin is bringing up third place. But like Justin said, we go from week to week, a lot of season to go from here. So we'll start out with our slate of Thanksgiving Day games. We have, first leading us off, we have the Minnesota Vikings going to Detroit. It's a pick'em game, straight up.
I'm going to take actually the Vikings here. Just coming off a game where I should have picked them to beat the Rams last week because it was in their stadium and they're a top ball club.
Why did you pick the Rams?
Just chalk it up to like
Same reason you
picking
pick
your
the
favorite
Cowboys
team.
every week?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're idiots. Because you're idiots.
That's true. Well, no, not that.
But anyways, the Vikings are a quality ball club, especially with their defense. And it's going to be an interesting game, but I've been picking the Lions too much lately. I honestly like them to lose here.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Vikings, too. They're the hot team. I mean, traditionally it is Detroit's day to shine, but no. I think the Vikings are going to get a win here.
Yeah, I think their defense is too strong, even for Matt Stafford. I think he's prone to throw interceptions. So, like I said, it's just too hot of a team right now. I think they take care of it easily, especially with there being no spread.
Too much sauce.
Right. So then we have our second Thanksgiving Day game. We have the LA Chargers going to Dallas to face the Cowboys. The Cowboys are -4 at home.
Before y'all saying, this is probably going to be that game I'm passed out for after eating about 3 to 4 plates.
Yeah. Is that just for breakfast or?
It's a whole day activity, bro. It's a marathon.
So I know.
So
you're
from
gonna
like morning to like night, there's like.
So I know you're making like a 30-pound turkey. What's
Yeah.
the rest of your family gonna eat?
I mean, shit, I don't know, man. Hey,
Anyway, let's get on with the pitch, shall we? I'll take the Chargers +4. I mean, it's one of those things where the Chargers coming off a big win, Dallas coming off a big loss. Can the Cowboys win this? Yes. But I like the +4. I think that gives you a nice margin of safety.
Bro, real talk, Dallas sucks. Like, they did not look good at all. I'm sorry. I know it's heartbreaking. I mean, I'm a Ravens fan. We've had a bad season, too. And I know you're thinking about a comeback to say in about 3 seconds. But, nah, man, they're not good without Zeke. I don't know if this man low-key was playing like every position or something because everything's falling apart. I'm going with the Chargers this week.
Well, my irrational self. The thing that scares me about the Chargers is their pass rush. You have Joey Bosa, you have Melvin Ingram. Their defense looks good. Now, granted, they were playing Nathan Peterman last week, so we'll see what happens. But Dak against Philly didn't look great at all. I believe, Gerald, you mentioned negative fantasy points going.
-1. Marlon got -1 fantasy points.
Nice going, Marlon.
Good job, buddy.
And he also has Zeke, who's suspended, so he was hurting.
Great job.
Right. But, see, the thing is, logic tells me to pick the Chargers, but my heart is saying pick the Cowboys. I've done it every week, so I'm just going to stick with that.
And this is why you're in second place.
So, like I said, I'm closer than what Justin is, so we'll see. We'll go from here. But my heart says Dallas. I think they try to bounce back after a defeating loss at home. Maybe win by 2 field goals.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be asleep during this game.
And then to bring up our Thanksgiving, we have the Giants going to Washington to face the Redskins. The Redskins are -7 at home. Redskins just coming.
Thanksgiving still, right?
Yeah, Redskins just coming off a defeating loss against the Saints. Drew Brees had a drive down the field. I think he went 11 for 11 on the last drive to come back and win the game. So, Justin, how do you feel about this?
I'm going to take the Redskins. I'm not even going to think that hard about it. I mean, yes, they just lost Chris Thompson, and they already lost Rob Kelly, but I like their rookie running back. And the Giants are a trash team. And even with the -7, I'm fine with taking the Redskins.
Yeah, to piggyback on what Justin just said, the only team that shoots themselves in the foot worse is the Giants. So, hell, the Redskins are due for a win after that loss last week. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it.
This is where I make up ground in the standings. Because I'm going to roll with New
Do
York.
something stupid.
Justin mentioned they're a trash team. Listen, they find a way to mess things up. If they were smart, they would just lose every game and get the top draft pick. But they decided to just win games all of a sudden against the third, fourth, whatever Kansas City is as far as the power ranking
What
is.
was that?
And they decided to win. So I think NFC East games are always played close, besides the one, yesterday. We won't mention. But, I think the Giants cover here. I'm not saying they're going to win, but I think they do cover. I think that there's a little bit of spillover from Washington Redskins into this week, and I think the Giants, with the momentum after beating the Chiefs, just carries over. Like I said, lose by a field goal, maybe 4 or 5 points. I still win.
I think Redskins are going to feast, so we'll see what happens.
There ain't no such thing as a feast with the Redskins.
Justin,
I'll give them a win.
Justin always disagrees with me. All right.
Overshooting.
All right. So now it goes into our Sunday games. Start off at 1 o'clock. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Atlanta. Atlanta is a -8.5 at home. Now, obviously, remember, Jameis Winston's still not back. Ryan Fitzpatrick or Ryan Fitzmagic, according to Justin, is what he calls him. But, Justin, how do you feel about this? Tampa +8.5 on the road.
That's a pretty wide spread, but I'm still going to pick Atlanta. It's just one of those situations where you take the team that's has less injury problems that they're dealing with, and it is a wide spread, but in this type of scenario, I'm going to take the better team and see what happens.
I'm going to take Atlanta too. Better team. They have the more solid quarterback. I think Fitzgerald, anything he does is a fluke, and I just don't respect him as a quarterback. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Atlanta.
Yeah, I think Atlanta is due for a big win here. I don't think Tampa has much going for them. They're lost without their vocal leader in Jameis Winston. Plus, their run game has been pretty much shit all year. Doug Martin was out for the first couple weeks. He comes back and wasn't really doing much, to pick up where he left off. So I'm going to roll with Atlanta here to maybe win by 10. Then that leads us into, we have the Carolina Panthers going on the road to face the Jets. The Jets are +4.5 at home.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Panthers here. If it was a wider spread, like a 7, 8, 9 points, maybe I'd take the Jets. But I think the Panthers can win this by a touchdown.
Yeah, I think easily they can win this by a touchdown. It's the Jets. The Jets are fraudulent in themselves, so I don't give them much confidence even at home against the Carolina Panthers and Cam Newton.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with Carolina here. I just don't, like I said, I don't have much faith in the Jets. I don't know if they have anything going for them at all. And I think that Cam is really starting to show himself, and when he gets into a groove with the run game and the play action, I feel like he can do damage. And, 4.5, you tell me they're only going to win by 6 points. I take Carolina all day. And that leads us into an AFC South matchup, a 1 o'clock game. We have the Tennessee Titans going to Indy. Tennessee is -4.5 on the road.
I'm going with Tennessee Titans, not a hard pick. That's a pretty narrow spread. I would expect wider given how bad the Colts have been.
Tennessee, Chris.
Yeah, Tennessee. That's an easy one. All right. Then we have an AFC North matchup. We have the Cleveland Browns, the still winless Cleveland Browns, going to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a -8 at home.
Wow.
I remember a couple weeks back, Justin picked both winless teams, the Niners and the Browns, to cover. They didn't. So, Justin, how do you feel?
All right, so is this in the Browns Stadium?
This is in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'll go with Cincinnati -8. Let's see what the Browns can do. But the thing is, like, the Browns, they got to be in the dog pound if I'm going to go with the upset, and I'm not seeing it here.
Nice pun, Anthony. I loved it. Anyways, but going into that, no. Cincinnati, the Browns, they might as well just lose out, get the draft pick, and ruin some other kids' college. NFL
That's what they do.
That's what they do. They are the ruiners of NFL careers. Brady Quinn, Kaiser, Manziel. Geez, he had to go to rehab. It was so bad. That's just the Browns in general. So I'm going to go with Cincinnati this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cincinnati to win big. I don't even see... Cleveland putting up maybe even 10 points. I don't even think it's close. Next. Then we have an NFC matchup. We have the Chicago Bears going to Philly. Obviously, we saw what Philly did last night, or Sunday, against the Cowboys. But we have Chicago +11 on the road.
Still going with Philly. I'm not even going to analyze it.
Mitch the bitch. No, nothing. Philly.
I'm gonna roll with the Bears.
You're high.
I'm gonna
What?
roll with the Bears on
What?
this one. I say they keep it
No.
close.
No.
I say they keep it close.
What? No.
Look, maybe it's the NFC rival in me talking.
No, you're just salty. You guys got destroyed.
They keep it close. You tell me that if they only lose by 10, I win?
The Cowboys couldn't keep it close to their own stadium.
What?
We all know home field doesn't mean shit.
You had the runner-up for Rookie of the Year. Shit the bet last,
when it comes to the Cowboys, home field doesn't mean nothing. I'm going to go with the Bears here.
The Bears.
And I want to see what people say in the comments. And then I want people to comment after the Bears cover the spread.
They're going to
say Chris.
And I want to see what they say.
Done.
And I want to see what they say.
Typical salty Cowboy fan. Typical salty Cowboy fan.
We'll see what happens.
Where's my memes at?
We'll see what happens.
Where's
Mark my words. The Bears cover.
Yeah.
So we'll go into another Justin with the eye roll. We have a AFC matchup. We have the Bills, who just I think ruined their franchise with the decision that they made last week. Going to Kansas City. Kansas City is a -9.5 at home. Now there's been no word of what Buffalo will do. Will they go back to Tyrod? Will they stick with Nathan Peterman? So as of right now, we have no clue.
That's a wide enough spread that I'm willing to take a flyer on the Bills. I'm going to go with the Bills with the +9.5.
Drug test.
Who did one?
They're playing
wide
Kansas City.
spread.
They're playing Kansas City. And 11 isn't?
Kansas City and a 9-point.
It's the Bears!
Hold up. You're literally picking the Bills?
Yeah, I'm picking the Bills.
Bro, they're
9.5.
Bro,
yeah.
what? No.
11?
No.
9.5, and it's the Bills. They got some weapons.
What weapons?
If
They're
Nathan-
fans
if-
putting people through tables?
Wait, do you change your pick if Nathan Peterman starts?
Well, I can't change. I don't know who they're going to start. I'm just assuming they're going to do
So
the
he's
smart
going
thing.
on the fact that Peterman could start, and they're going to
I'm
do this.
assuming they're going to do the smart thing and play their good quarterback.
Jesus, dude, you are high. You are on drugs. You and that sweatsuit. No, there's no way in hell I'm picking the Bills here. Kansas City got beat. They got embarrassed. But there's no way in hell I'm picking the Bills, especially they're playing Peterman. Again, it has not been determined who's going to be their starting quarterback.
Right.
Now, if it is Tyrod, maybe. But again, it is the Bills after all. They know how to shoot themselves in the foot better than anybody. The Bills will be the Bills, and that is all that can be said. No.
Yeah, they'll probably lose by a touchdown, and then I win. So there you go.
That won't happen. But
That won't happen if he's throwing to their cornerbacks every damn drive.
So last
What?
week, the Chiefs lost to the New York Giants, coming off of a very embarrassing loss. Is my bold prediction: Chiefs win 40-3.
Wow. What?
It's not even close. I guarantee Andy Reid runs the score up on these clowns.
I mean,
I guarantee
winning,
that-
but damn, really?
They'll lose by 24 plus.
Okay.
It
Really?
won't even be close.
Coming off a bad game themselves.
You just picked the Bills. Shut up. I don't want to
It
hear
won't
from
even
you.
be
With a
close.
+9.5.
Oh, God.
What a straight up pick.
Peterman's their quarterback. He won't get 9 points. Jeez, unless they kick 3 times.
So
I
Justin,
guess.
let me ask you a question. Do you think that the Chargers' offense is better than the Chiefs?
I don't know that I can say that necessarily.
So the Saints, if we go back 2 weeks, Saints put up, 48 on them?
Look, guys.
And then,
Hold on,
and then
hold
the
on.
Chargers put up 54 on them.
It's a new week. It's a new game plan. It's hopefully better coaching. And it's a spread.
They still have the same head coach, so
Spread or not, no.
this game won't even be close. Anyway, speaking of spreads, let's go into our next game because this is the biggest spread of the week. We have the Miami Dolphins going to Foxborough.
Wow.
New England is a -15.5 at home.
That might be the biggest spread of the year, actually.
Justin likes these big spreads, so I'm curious to see what he does. 15.5.
Well, I guess based on the way I picked the last one, I got to go with the Dolphins here at +15.5. I mean, it is a wide spread. Can they hold Brady to not get more than 2 touchdowns? Maybe. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm going to Patriots. I actually see them blowing them out. I see them destroying it. It's at home. Plus, I need the fantasy points. So
Yeah, I'm going to go with New England here. I'm expecting, hopefully, it to snow, and Miami won't
This
be
is
ready
snowing?
for it. I don't know, but I know it's cold as shit, so it might snow, it might flurry. I don't know, but yeah, I see New England winning big. You tell me that they just beat the Raiders. What was it, 30-8?
in Mexico.
They can easily handle the Dolphins. Then that leads us into, we have an NFC West matchup. We have the Seattle Seahawks going to San Fran. San Fran is a +7 at home.
Seattle, next.
Is Garoppolo starting?
From my understanding, they're still rolling with C.J. Beathard.
I'm going to go with Seattle.
Seattle, next. Then that goes into, okay, we have Justin's team here. We have the Saints and my boy Drew Brees going to L.A. L.A. is a -2 at home. This is the easiest pick of the week, if you ask me. I'm just going to be entertained with what Justin says, because if he says anything stupid, I'm going to do his imitation eye roll. Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, last week was the week to pick against the Rams. I'm not doing it this week. They'll beat the Saints next.
Thank you. You're smart.
Yeah, I'm going to go with them as well.
Saints, easy pick.
Yeah.
Easy pick.
Yeah.
I picked the Rams.
Yeah, he picked
Did everyone catch that? I picked the Rams on that.
Yeah, I'm picking the Rams too. That's what I said.
So you picked the Saints and we picked the Rams.
Yeah, that's
split decision.
Okay,
just
clearing the air.
That was probably the dumbest pick of the week.
No, I mean, honestly, it's the perfect game for the Rams to win. They need to bounce back. They prove themselves against the Saints. Boom, they're going to look even stronger in the postseason.
Yeah, Saints win by 10.
Anyway. There's no way they're going to... They can't lose. Wait, what? Oh.
They can't lose. They lost last week.
I think the Vikings are definitely a bigger threat, though. That's just my thought.
No, maybe later on in the season, maybe we'll do some playoff predictions.
We are still going to do playoff predictions straight to the Super Bowl.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so that leads us into an AFC West matchup. We have the Denver Broncos going on the road to Oakland. Oakland is a -5.5 at home.
Oakland, no question, next.
I'm not going to say no question, because
I don't care if they just got blown out. No question for me. No
destroyed.
question. Not even a question.
I don't even know if they returned across the border, actually. I mean, they got beat so bad, they might stay down there. But I'm going to say it's going to be probably a pretty close game, but I think Oakland does have a little bit of the X factor if they can get Marshawn Lynch running, if Carr can get his head on right, and maybe throw some touchdowns this week.
Yeah, I don't think Denver has any shot with Brock Osweiler as their quarterback. I don't know why people believe in him. I don't know why they re-signed him the second time.
Yeah, what's that about, actually?
That's called a failure to evaluate players. That's what that's called.
It's called a failure to exist.
He's like 6'5", and he probably has one of the weakest arms in the league. I've never seen anything like it. And then he's only 6'5", 6'6" quarterback that knows gets balls batted down at the line of scrimmage. So I don't understand. But yeah, I'm going to go with Oakland at home, easy. That leads us into, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars going on the road to Arizona. Arizona is a +4 at home.
Jacksonville has too mean of a defense. I'm not going to pick against them with that narrow a spread. Jacksonville.
Too mean. I mean, they're just going to shut it down, honestly. Again, Carson Palmer's out there. They don't really even have a quarterback too much to say. Yeah, I think the Jags defense is definitely going to get a big show this week.
Yeah, I think that it might even get ugly early. Jacksonville's defense is just way too strong.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're rolling right now. I think they're a team to watch in the AFC.
Oh, yeah.
And they could possibly, depending on what Jacksonville plays out as well as what Tennessee does, they could take one of the wild card spots away from the Baltimore Ravens. But that's a different story for another day, Gerald. So we have our Sunday night game. We have Green Bay. This is an easy one, in my opinion. We have Green Bay going on the road to Heinz Field. Green Bay is +14 on the road.
God damn.
This is easy.
Is it, though?
It's easy.
Is it really an easy one?
Now, we just found out while I was on my way here before filming that one of the offensive tackles for the Pittsburgh Steelers had just suspended 4 games for substance abuse policies. So they'll be without one of their starters. I mean, it's not too much to look into, but it is a key man or one of the key men off the field. So,
I mean, 14 again. That's a wide spread. I'm going to take Green Bay +14.
I mean, that is a wide spread, but after what the Ravens did to him, and the Ravens has a pretty shitty offense, honestly. I'm just going to say it outright. I mean, the Ravens...
Everything is compared to the Ravens when he picks.
Says the one who picks the Cowboys, rain or shine.
No, I'm saying every pick is based off of,
I'm just going off of who they played just recently. That's all I'm saying.
What happened when the Cowboys played the Ravens last year?
Yeah, what happened when the hell y'all played?
What happened?
Y'all, you are living in the past, homie.
What happened when the Cowboys played the Ravens?
Yeah, we own that. The whole series we played you guys, we've done better. That's like the first time I think you guys beat us.
Did y'all make the playoffs last year?
Hmm?
Anyway.
Have you guys won the Super Bowl in the last 20 years?
Anyway, go ahead.
Exactly.
Go ahead, make your pick. Make your pick.
And you definitely ain't winning it this year. But I am gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I think the Steelers are gonna make easy work of the Green Bay Packers this weekend.
That's the dumbest pick of the
You're the
week. Green Bay is
dumbest pick.
easy. 14. You're gonna say, oh, first of all,
Bro, have you seen the Steelers?
Pittsburgh barely got by Indy.
Did you see what they did against the Titans?
Okay.
Who's actually a pretty legit team?
Can you name 5 players on their team?
No.
Anyway, I'm gonna go with Green Bay here. Easy. I think they keep it close. Green Bay's used to playing in weather that's cold. I think it's gonna be cold in Pittsburgh, but yeah, I mean, saying you gotta win by 15 points, hell no.
I don't see them having a problem with that.
And here comes my favorite pick of the week. We have Monday night. I don't know why they put this trash team on Monday night. Not the Houston Texans, but the Houston Texans go on the road to Baltimore. Baltimore's a -7.5 at home. This is easy.
I'll go with Baltimore Ravens. You know, when they're at home, and we always know they bring their defense, Texans are nothing right now. Without their playmakers on defense, without Deshaun Watson, they got Tom Savage. No, not going with the Texans, going with the Ravens.
Thanks, Keanu, for your pick. Yeah, for sure, the Ravens. There's no question. I just don't know. I honestly see the Ravens making a pretty okay, decent run. Whether they're making playoffs or not, I don't know. But I think they're going to look good for at least a good part of the rest of the season. Unlike what Chris thinks, because he is a salty Cowboys fan.
What I know.
What you know is that the Cowboys suck.
What I know is that you're still sorry for 2004.
Oh, my God.
Many people won't get that, but some people will. Go ahead.
I hate you so much. No. But despite what great value Paul Walker over here thinks, for sure the Ravens are going to get a victory here. They're going to cover the spread, and it's going to be great.
This is the easiest pick. I'm going with Houston all day.
Oh, my God.
Houston. Just because I do not like the Ravens. That's why. I have no facts.
Because he doesn't like... See?
Hold on.
See? Hold on.
I have no facts to back it up. No stats. No prior history. I just do not like the Ravens.
Yet it's an easy pick with no logic.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
It's an easy pick. Houston on the road. Easy. I can't wait to film next week.
He's going to be a third pretty soon.
He's going to be
I'm going to be in first pretty soon.
No, Justin, there's nobody that's going to go below you anyways. But no. You know what? Screw it. We should all get together and have a win night. Let's watch this because I want to see your face when the Ravens win.
They're going to lose. And technically they don't have to win.
They don't have to win, but they're not
They just got to win by 7 or less. So
I don't see that.
But it could be an upset. Because we all know who the best player on the Ravens
only
is.
one
It's Justin Tucker.
You better bring a better quarterback than Tom Savage and Emmett Bank if you want to keep it close and actually try to win.
Yeah, did you see them last week? Did you not watch the Ravens game against Green Bay?
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see what happens.
Typical salty Cowboys.
We'll see what happens. You know, I can't wait to be right, move into first place.
All right, you know what? Next
and
week,
I hope Gerald slips into third. I actually think
All
he
right,
will
you know
because
what?
first of all, the Bears will cover.
Apparently, picking the Bills is retarded, but picking the Texans isn't. Okay, who would have known? But all right, that does it for our show. Stay tuned for next week. We're gonna keep picking against the spreads. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned.
And from our dysfunctional family to yours, happy Thanksgiving.